Shalom. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakadash, and the balance of the hours and apostles of great and someone on his truth. And peace, blessing, and citations to the hopeful let. And yeah, man, like it says here, Mega Mom detained by ICE. Her husband says he'll still support, Trump. In which, if you didn't know, Trump is there to ruin your life. But you're gonna find out, man. You're gonna find out when when MLTB comes out. And there's two. One being the RFID micro CHIP. And then you got the brain CHIP. But then again, when it comes out, you ain't gonna be happy. It's gonna be a time of destruction and a time of chaos in that day. But yeah, let's play the video.
Meanwhile, an Iranian woman detained by federal agents. She and her family, all supporters of President Trump. See the MAGA hats. President Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf live for us in Diamond Bar. And Matthew, those Trump flags staying up tonight.
Yeah, those flags staying up. This family still supports Donald Trump despite their mom being detained. The final moments home for an Iranian woman detained by immigration agents. A mother Monday going inside to say bye to her 4 kids.
She came and kissed the kids and that was it. That's the last time I saw her.
A proud President Trump supporting family in Diamond Bar.
Election time was here. I had a full 3-4 flags out.
Even while their mom faces immigration questions. Has your opinion changed on this?
That's a good question. Somewhat it has, just because I'm going through it. I was very selfish before. Well, what I see right now is, okay, there's a reason for it.
Arthur Sahakian's wife, Arpaneh, was born in Iran and moved to the United States when she was 3 as a refugee.
She cashed a check, I believe it was less than $200, and this is all where it started.
Then, about 15 years ago, her green card was revoked over a conviction related to theft.
It's all misdemeanor stuff.
Arthur says they've been going through the legal process towards regaining citizenship with check-ins every 6 months or so.
She just went in April, and they said, okay, you're fine, have a good day. We'll see you back in September or October.
Then last week, the United States bombed 3 nuclear sites in Iran, increasing tensions and concerns of Iranian sleeper cells retaliating in the U.S.
I'm very for of them seeing the Iranian nationals because of the sleeper cells. I understand that.
Federal sources tell Fox News that more than 130 Iranian nationals were detained in the U.S. this last week.
I think it will resolve a lot of issues because we'll know exactly who's in here for what reasons. Even though I miss her dearly, but I think we could do a better job of you catch someone, you see they're a national, and do a background real quick and see if they have ties to the community and ties to families over here, and let them go.
What do you think is going to happen?
I'm on the list to be going to a different facility.
Arpaneh speaking with us on the phone, uncertain about her future. Any regrets with your vote?
None. Still supporting him.
While her family continues showing support for President Trump, hoping their mom comes home soon.
Trump is not trying to do anything bad. We understand what he's doing, and he wants the best for the country.
So right now, it's unclear if and when that mom could return home. Reporting live tonight, Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
So the argument for getting rid of her would be what? That she's not in the country legally and she committed a crime?
Exactly. Basically, it sounds like she lost her green card about 15 years ago and since then has been fighting to get it back. So right now, she does not have that green card and is considered to be in the country illegally.
Yeah, interesting. So this whole thing is a reminder that everybody has a different story and there's so many layers to it. And if you just talk in political slogans, it's not enough. You really have to listen to each and every person's story and try to make up individual decisions almost. All right, Matthew Seedorf, thank you for your reporting on this.
I guess I'll call this. Actually, hang on. Yeah, let me go ahead and go over to the book of what's it called. Actually, let me get that. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusts the soul of his wickedness. And yeah, man, you out here wanna celebrate Trump and let him have him as a leader. But Trump's there for the purpose of destroying everything. Like you already seen, you already sent them BT bombers over there and destroyed out the place. But yeah, man. And like he says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Yes, because that rust or that wickedness, it has not gone away. It's still there. It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So yeah, it's still there, man. and like it says here, set him not by thee, these when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And then you got the Amalekites, who call themselves Israelis, standing up in the place of as they're the children of God, but they're not. But anyway, you're gonna see the prophecies and find out that they've been lying all this time. You're gonna find out that they're from the lineage of the wicked. And it says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he take thy seat. Yes, to overthrow you, man. And thou at thy last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? And there you go, man. Going into the line, these wicked being the serpent, man. As it makes mention in the book of Genesis. And it says, or any such as come nigh a wild beast. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? And yeah, as it makes mention here, man, in the book of Psalms, Psalms 58:3, is that the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They're like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. And if you actually look at what poison does, it causes confusion, in which we know we did eat them. There's great confusion, man, and nothing but wickedness has increased because of it. And that reminds me of the book of Maccabees. Yeah, is it the first? It might be 1:7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me have a look real quick. 1:7. And it says here, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And it says, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. Going into them generals, man. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. And again, yeah, they did. And it says, so did their sons after them many years. And like it says, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus son of Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 127th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. So yeah, man. As soon as these Edomites in power, there's nothing but wickedness, man. Psalms 73:3, and it says, for I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither of thy plagues like other men. Why? Because as it makes mention in Job, 9 and 24, man. It literally tells you that they're in control and they've been given the power to do these things, man. So if they wanna head on down over there to the land of Israel and destroy the people there, that's what they're gonna do. And it won't be, what's the word? Yeah, they won't have any. I forgot what it's called, man. Yeah, they won't be they won't get in trouble as other people. Why? Because they hold that power. And so therefore pride compasses them about as a chain, and violence covers them as a garment. There you know how wicked these people are, man. They love violence. And so their eyes stand up with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. So yeah, they'll be given the whole earth and they're still not happy. It says they are corrupt and seek wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. So yeah, they're prideful, man. Very prideful. And then again, the very things, the very traits of Esau. the Lord hates it all, man. And it says, therefore his people return hither. Awards of a full cup are wrung out to them. And then again, we know what the Lord said about that cup, then. They're going to drink. And it says, and say, how do God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? So yeah, man, they evidently come against the power, or Yahweh, but Shema Hashem. Ask him if he has any knowledge. But yeah, like it said, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. And we already know who has the riches, man. You can easily go to as it says here, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. It covereth the faces of the judges thereof. And that'll go into the Renaissance, man. And that's when they did that. And it says, if not, where and who is he? And then again, like it also mentioned in the book of Psalms, man. Chapter 73. Well, not 73. Let me go get it. Yeah, as it says here, man. As it says in verse 12, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. So here's these Edomites, man. They increase in riches. Well, the Lord's going to take all that away, man. And even then, that was the book of Isaiah. It says here, for the Egyptians, being the modern day Egyptians, being those Babylonians, being those Americans, shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. So now they're not going to help, man. They want everything to fall. They want America to go down, man. They want the whole land to go down. Why? So they can bring forth that MOTB, man. So they can bring forth the RFID micro CHIP and that brain CHIP, man. Well, a lot of people don't even understand it. Why? Because they haven't been given the knowledge, man, to understand. Yeah, it says here, Psalms 147 and 19, it says, He showeth His word unto Jacob, His statutes and His judgments unto Israel, being the real Israelites, being the Negro, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native American, Cubans, and Mexicans, and similar Indians. And said, He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for His judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And as it says the nation, man, hasn't dealt so with any nation. Meaning all these religions are fake, man. And as King David let us know, man. As King David let us know. See, even here, man, as it says, Psalms 96 and 4, it says, For the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is great, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord Yahweh Shemashah made the heavens. So yeah, man. You want to go ahead and worship an idol, go ahead and do it, man. But at the end of the day, you're going to find out it don't exist in Jacob's trouble, man. The time like never before. Jeremiah 30 and 7, as it says right here, man. Alas, for that day is great, meaning there's not going to be a time like this. And it says, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, being the Lord's elect, man. They're going to be saved out of this, man. And as for the others, they're gonna be what's the word, man? Oh, what's the word, man? Yeah, they're gonna get this discouraged, man. They're gonna get discouraged. As it says, as it says it right here, man. It says here, man, 2 Esdras 2 and 26, it says, as for the service whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will cry them from among thy number. I said, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. So there you go, man. In those troubling times, the Lord is going to protect me. And says, the heathen shall envy thee. Like it says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, says the Lord. So there you go, man. They can hate all they want, but there's nothing they can do. All that waits for them is captivity. All praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Rakakadash, man. Shalom.